styles, just to argue that this one character can't be black, as if black people don't come from or exist everywhere, including Asia, Latin America, and the Middle East. Here's the thing. If desscaras was coded as Japanese or Indian, nobody would have written long threads online to prove it. They wouldn't be so desperate to deny it. But because people assume she might be black, they panic. They start reaching. And it's not just that they don't want her to be black. Some people act like it would ruin her character if she were. Why is that? I think some people can't imagine blackness as neutral. They see it as political, or inherently negative, or just other. They've been conditioned by media and stereotypes to associate blackness with certain traits. So when a character is graceful, mysterious, quiet, or powerful and also dark-skinned, people start scrambling for explanations. They'll say, "She's not black, she's just tanned." Or "She's South Asian, that's why she has dark skin." Or "She's a fantasy race, so she can't be black." As if blackness is too real, too heavy, too specific for fiction. But no one says that when a character is clearly coded as East Asian or white, people only start over-analyzing when it's us. And it's tiring. Desscaras hasn't said what she is, and the show hasn't either. But the way fans are reacting speaks volumes about how people feel about blackness in fiction. It's not about accuracy or culture or realism, it's about discomfort. Some people feel uneasy when blackness is present in a space they're used to seeing without us, especially when the black-coded character is cool, beautiful, and central to the story. I also want to point out how often this happens. The second a dark-skinned character appears, everyone starts asking, what are they? Not who are they, but what are they? And if the creators don't clarify it, some fans lose their minds. As if the ambiguity is threatening. There's also this idea that if a character's black, they must be explicitly so. They need to have a clearly African name, a stated origin, a hairstyle that's unmistakably textured, and black features as defined by Eurocentric standards. But that's just not how the world works. Blackness is global. Diaspora exists. People are mixed. Cultures overlap. And yes, fantasy characters can be black without explanation. Anyway, whether desscaras is black, South Asian, Afro-Asian, Afro-Latina, or something else entirely, it doesn't change the fact that many fans are reacting badly to the possibility that she's black. And I want you to really think about what this means. It's not about liking or disliking a character. It's about what people are comfortable with when they look at a character. It's about what people think belongs and what doesn't. Desscaras has dark skin, and that alone makes people uncomfortable. That's the truth. They'll dress it up in excuses, in lore explanations, in aesthetic critiques, but what it comes down to is that they don't want her black girl in the space they've created in their minds. If she were pale and had light blue hair, or if she was some racially ambiguous tan with wavy hair and green eyes, there wouldn't be a single thread debating it. No. What race is she supposed to be? No. Isn't she supposed to be South Asian? No. I think she's just really tanned. There wouldn't be any of that. People would just accept her. But because she's clearly dark-skinned, because she reads as black to a lot of people, suddenly everyone's a historian, a cultural critic, a map expert, a skin tone forensic analyst. It's exhausting. The standard is never consistent. These same people will accept elves with Irish accents and Japanese aesthetics and no logical explanation for it in the lore. But a black-coded character? Now it's a problem. Now it needs proof. Now it needs to be justified. Now it's out of place. They'll say, well, it's fantasy, it's not about race. Okay, but then why are you so uncomfortable when people say desscaras is black? If race doesn't matter, then it shouldn't bother you, right? But it does bother you. Because race does matter. It matters to you. You just want race to not matter. When it's convenient for keeping things white or close to whiteness. But when blackness enters the picture, suddenly it's a problem. Suddenly you care a lot about world building. Now let's not act like this sort of thing hasn't happened before. How many times have characters been stylized or designed in a way that looks black or carries traits we associate with blackness? But the moment someone says, hey, that character might be black, people suddenly lose it. They're not black, they're just tan. Or, that's just the art style, or even worse. Stop making everything about race. But that's the whole point. If it's so clearly stylized, why is blackness always the exception? You can have pink hair, purple skin, antlers, whatever.